of the SEC Central Duma as well. So it hasn't done. And these are some of the issues last year that everybody was saying, look, it's time to cleanse both SEC and stock exchange itself.
Yeah, Bosun, I think we need to be careful here. All over the world, the men and women who chair the Securities and Exchange Commission come from a very rich private sector background. They come from experiences in boards and similar institutions. In fact, I think for most of them, they are either still serving directors and companies or chairmen of companies. I see absolutely nothing wrong at all with Udo Doma being chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission and also retaining his chairmanship of USC and perhaps one or two other
no conflict of interest.
I see absolutely no conflict at all, and I'll tell you why. Udo Doma as chairman is not an executive officer of the Securities and Exchange Commission. He's a part-time chairman of the board. The SEC has a full-time leadership, and their business is to run the market. Let's not begin to look for dust where it does not exist at all. I believe very strongly that all of the noise that is being made today about the position of Udo Doma and that of the DG of the Securities and Exchange Commission arises from the fear that people had from the beginning that these were people who were fearless, these were people who were independent, these were people who would do the right thing more than we have seen in the last 10 years or so. And it is because of the fear of the uprightness of these people and of the courage that they display that all these knowledge are
noted as somebody of integrity, and I'm happy that he's chairman of SEC. But you see, there's a moral question here, and we actually see in other clients, in other jurisdictions, we see situations where market operators, are in those positions. But see, I think the issue is that because of our peculiar environment and because of the need to we spoke about transparency earlier, the need to ensure that the issue of transparency is not just a thing, but seems to actually be so. Imagine if the chairman of NGIC, who is a non-executive director, were on the board of a bank, or of a private mortgage institution, or imagine we can't use the governor of Sweden because he's an executive chairman. But you see, it's like a question of perception. In fact, I don't know why Dr. Doma has chosen to remain on the board of USC, because I haven't been appointed chairman of the SEC. I would have thought that he would gladly relinquish his shareholder of USC, his position and his doesn't affect his earnings and by way of dividends. So I would have thought that on the basis of morality and perception, because see, it is a very sensitive in this market. Because of the way the SEC handled it and the way the government has handled it, there is the feeling, and that is why it's coming up again, there's a feeling that okay, there's some kind of conspiracy, and that okay, if you really want to cleanse the market, why is this one also? So I'm saying that on that ground alone, what does it cost to go to step aside as chairman of USC? I agree with Frank that there's nothing if the value of best practice that says okay, if you are on the board elsewhere, you cannot, but we are still like moral situation. And so I would rather see a situation where I would rather advise that step aside from being chairman of USC. Why? Because this issue of what possible conflict of interest, there's possible conflict of interest. Imagine if you were chairman of Cadbury, when the issue of Cadbury came up, because we have said what if USC have the challenge down and he's the chairman of he's on the board of USC, he's chairman of SEC. Even if there's no executive, there are the perception that it reflects the position of the executive and will still be there, even if it doesn't happen. So in the question of let us avoid a situation where people will allege some kind of undue influence and all that. So that's my response to that.
Just one quick thing, person. When Udo Doma was being interviewed for that job of chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, he laid his cards on the table. I hope you guys know that I'm the chairman of USC, and they said we know. And they said precisely why we want you. We want someone who's independent, We want someone who will not depend on the Securities and Exchange Commission for income. We need someone who is already made. And it is on that understanding that the job was given. That's one. Secondly, I think we also need to ask ourselves, in the SEC, what is the role of the board? It is not the role of the board to get in the way of the executive that is charged by the act to manage and to supervise the matter.
I have one very quick question for you, Frank, on the first part of that, what the Senate screen did as far as Senator Odotoma was. What do you think should be the relevant questions the senators should have asked the SEC chairman? Is it about the fact that he's already made, as you have said, as a businessman who has money already, or sort of integrity, where there won't be any moral question about his position on the marketplace? Which one do you think should be better be the questions to ask him?
I think in the case of Udoma, both come together. Udoma is not just someone who is independent because he's not going to beg for anything, but also because he's someone that, as far as I know, his integrity has not been impugned since he came to public life. And I think for the Senate committee, the questions would have been, should there be a situation of conflict of interest, how would you handle it?
But you never asked that question.
I don't know, I was not there.
Maybe that's why the question is coming.
They asked, and they answered it, and they were satisfied. We don't know.
We're going to go back to that. Those things are still alive.
Yeah, you see, this issue of potential conflict of interest is a very important issue. For instance, and that's why, I would have rather they did not even choose Mr. Emmanuel Azobo, who is a very competent, very knowledgeable person as the acting or as the interim administrator of the NSE. Because people have raised the issue that he used to be he was managing partner of Deloitte, which presently audits the NSE. And there are allegations, they are not yet proven, allegations of the state of sovereignty of the NSE. Issues like that will come up and you have to go back and question the audit that was done and all that. Now, look, we say we can't indict anybody, I would have to presume anybody guilty before or anything. This short perception is a capital market. In fact, any market, money market, this short perception is very, very important. I mean, you see how the market moves based upon just a rumor or just the apprehension about or suspicion about something.